Hey, so, why the chicken cross the road? Who knows? Since when do chickens make any sense? Thank you very much, folks. I'll be here all week.
Laughter! What a great thing! No matter what your background is, every person has the capacity to laugh. It's something that unites us as a species. So naturally, laughter plays a huge role in the world of theater, which we will explore today. Welcome to Comedy! Today we'll explore 3 different styles of theatrical comedy: improv, sketch comedy, and stand-up comedy. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to analyze the main elements of each style, learn simple tips to elevate comedy routines, and observe an example of each comedy style performed in our studio. So, are you ready to turn those frowns upside down? Let's go! And we'll start with improv. Improv, short for improvisation, is a form of live theater where all aspects of the performance are created on the spot. Remember when we studied Comedia dell'arte in our last course? That's where non-scripted scenes originated. Over time, these scenes evolved and eventually reached America, where improv developed as a comedic art form. For more information about the history of improv, sketch comedy, and stand-up comedy, check out the PDF. But for now, let's explore the rules of modern improv. Number 1, always say yes. This means that if your partner presents new information to the scene, you must assume it and build the scene from that. For example, if they enter the scene and say,
"Good morning, Mr. President,"
then you should agree that you are indeed the president and continue as such. Nothing ends an improv scene faster than saying no to your partner. Number 2, always say yes and. It's not enough just to agree with the information presented by your partner. You must add to it and move the scene forward. So you say yes and you add another piece of information to the scene. For example, a way to say yes and to our previous example is to say,
"Good morning, Mr. President."
"Thank goodness you're here, Colonel. All the chocolate in the world has been stolen. We must find it."
"I'm on it."
See? I agree with the information presented, and then I added that Caroline is a colonel and that all of the world's chocolate has been stolen. Number 3, there are no questions, only statements. The reason behind this is because questions normally don't add new information to a scene. Statements, on the other hand, do. For example, instead of saying,
"What do you mean all the chocolate is missing?"
a stronger statement which adds information to the scene and moves the scene forward can be,
"This is the work of the caramel cartel. I'll assemble the Marines."
see? New information. The final rule of improv is there are no mistakes, only opportunities. In improv, every new piece of information is an opportunity to say yes and in order to move the scene forward. A great quality of improv is that neither the actors nor the audience know where the scene is going to go next. It's a collective journey into the unknown. Having said that though, there are some simple tips that can make your improv scene stand out, even if you don't know where they're going. Let's explore them. Number 1, play the story, not the joke. A common trap for improv beginners is to try to be funny, when in reality, you should try to be truthful. Comedy should be a byproduct of a truthful scene, not the end goal. Number 2, listen to your partner. Improv is about teamwork. If you listen to your scene partner and make them look good, your scene will be a success. Number 3, the higher the stakes, the better the scene. In acting, when we talk about stakes, we're asking, what is the worst thing that can happen if I don't get what I want? There are low stakes like, if we can't recover the stolen chocolate, we'll just settle with ice cream. Or there are high stakes like, if we can't recover the stolen chocolate, the people will revolt and overthrow the government. The higher the stakes, the more interesting the scene. And in improv, catastrophic consequences make for really interesting scenes. Number 4, everything is a gift. This goes back to improv's 4th rule. There are no mistakes, only opportunities. Allow yourself to step out of your comfort zone because that's where comedy lies. And speaking of comedy, let's watch an example of an improv scene. Try to spot the tips that we just mentioned. We never saw that many cupcakes
I know,
before.
we're like totally out.
Yes!
Oh, oh my! It's the president. It's the president.
What? I'm
He's
such a
here.
fan.
I know. Okay.
Okay, get the best cupcakes.
The best cupcakes. We're out. We're out of all the cup. There's one in the freezer.
There's one in the freezer.
Go,
There is
go,
one
go,
in the freezer.
go.
Okay.
Do not drop the cupcake.
Okay.
Do not drop it.
I got it.
Do not drop it.
I got it.
Do not drop it. Hello, Mr. President.
Yes! Let's explore now our second style of comedy, sketch comedy. Sketch comedy is an art form in which actors perform short comedic scenes called sketches. They tend to be 3 to 5 minutes long, and if they're written for platforms like YouTube or TikTok, they can be even shorter. Sketches typically follow a 5-part structure. Number 1, the exposition. Also called the base reality, it establishes the world of the scene. Who are the characters? What are they doing? Where are they? Why are they doing what they're doing? The faster you can establish the base reality, the longer you can focus on the jokes. Number 2, introduce the joke. The joke, also called the game, is the part that first sparks the audience interest, and where writers introduce the comedic premise. It can be a simple premise like, Caroline has an important presentation today, but she forgot her computer at home. Or more complex, like, Juan is terrified of flying, but the love of his life is marrying another man in Japan. So he must fly there, storm the wedding, declare his love, and live happily ever after. Number 3, heighten the joke. This is the longest part of the sketch. It's where most of the smaller jokes are found, and where writers introduce the rule of threes, which we'll talk about in just a moment. Number 4, the punchline. This is where the joke that was introduced at the beginning of the sketch lands. And finally, 5, the button. It's the conclusion of the sketch, usually with a line that reminds the audience about the sketch's main joke. This structure is actually pretty easy to spot once you see a sketch unfold. So let's watch an example.
Oh, hello, sir. Welcome to Jay's. How can I help you?
Hi, it's snowing outside. I've never seen snow, and I will want to build a snowman. So can you give me some mittens, please?
Oh, of course. Yes, I totally understand about the snow. It only snows here like once every year. And today is the only day it's set to snow all year long. And it's supposed to melt very, very soon.
Okay, how about those mittens?
Oh, yes, of course. My apologies. Mittens, what size would you like? Would you like large, small, medium, extra small, children's, infants? We also have custom-made ones where they'll measure your hand and make it to your exact hand. It'll take only 5 years' time.
Medium is fine.
Medium. Okay, let me check my stock right here. Oh, we have some mediums.
Great.
But what color medium would you like? We have blue, purple, yellow, pink, orange, white.
Green is fine.
Green, wonderful. Oh, I'm so sorry. It looks like there's teal, but no green. So let me check our stock in the back. All right, sir, I've just checked our stock in the back. Now, before I give you the mittens, would you like cotton, wool, knit, leather, suede?
How about you pick?
Oh, I would love to pick for you. Give me one moment. Let me check the stock. Okay, sir, here are your mittens. That'll be $4.75. Oh, look, the sun just came out. Look how fast that snow is melting. Just drip, 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 drip.
Thank you.
Have a nice day, sir.
See? It's simple to spot. Now, while following this structure, guarantee that audiences like your sketch? No. Comedy is subjective, so a sketch that you find funny won't necessarily be funny to everybody else. However, there are some simple tips that will elevate your sketches and help you reach a wider audience. Let's explore them. Number 1, timeless versus topical. Great comedy sketches are timeless, meaning they don't fizzle over time. You can write jokes about a current trend, like a popular song or a new movie, but understand that audiences may not understand them in 10 years. Number 2, understand your talent. If you have an actor who's great at impersonations, or a troupe member who's great at imitating accents, then lean into that. Get to know your actors and write to their strengths. Number 3, research. Every great sketch is preceded by a ton of research. The more research you do, the more chances you will have at crafting specific timeless jokes. Number 4, the rule of threes. The rule of threes is a comedic formula that states that if you repeat the same joke 3 times, each time more heightened, the joke becomes funnier. You see, the human brain is great at remembering patterns, so the rule of threes allows writers to create jokes that are more satisfying, humorous, and catchy. Now, is the rule of threes the only way to create a comedy sketch? Again, no, but it's a good place to start. Try to spot the rule of threes in the following sketch. I'm so excited.
Wow, this restaurant is so nice. Thank you for bringing me here, Juan. This is amazing.
I know, normally it's super hard to get in, but I told them this is going to be the most important night of our lives, so they gave me a spot.
I mean, I really hope it is the most important night of our lives because we've been dating for 5 years and nothing has happened. Nothing whatsoever.
No worries, that's about to change. I have something very important to ask you, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Hold on. Hold on a second.
What is this your question?
Wait, no.
Okay, so
What was my question? Oh, yes, I have a very important question to ask you.
yes, I'm
Okay.
ready. Okay, yes, it's happening.
Oh, 1 second.
Oh, it's happening. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening.
Is this earring yours?
No, that's not mine.
Oh.
I'll just put it
Okay.
here out so you can ask your question now.
Wait, what is happening?
Oh, no, nothing. I guess nothing is happening. I
Okay.
mean, it's fine. It's just like nothing is happening.
Wait,
So like, I might as well just go because nothing is gonna
Okay,
happen.
no, wait a second. There's something happening in your shoe. I don't know.
Oh my! Oh.
Whoa, Caroline, what did I do? And let's finish with our third comedy style, stand-up comedy. Stand-up comedy is a comedic performance in which performers talk directly to the audience from the stage. Out of the 3 styles covered today, stand-up has the most audience interaction. Here are its main elements. Number 1, it's a one-person show. The setting of a stand-up routine is actually quite simple. A comedian stands on stage with a microphone, sometimes a bench, and talks directly to the audience. It's one of the purest forms of storytelling. Number 2, audience participation. Audience participation is a huge part of stand-up comedy. Comedians often interact directly with audience members, and you can witness their artistry by the jokes they craft on the spot. Number 3, the rule of threes. Just like in sketch comedy, stand-up comedians rely heavily on the rule of threes. They bring up jokes or funny exchanges 3 times throughout their routine, heightening them each time, and getting the loudest laughs the 3rd time around. Just like the previous styles, there's no single path to creating a stand-up routine. Every comedian works differently. However, there are some simple tips that can help you perfect your craft and become a better comedian, starting with Number 1, storytelling. All great stand-up comedians are first and foremost great storytellers. Before trying to be funny, learn to tell great stories. Number 2, timing. One element that every great comedian has is timing. And just like any other skill, comedic timing can be trained and developed. Number 3, body language. Great comedians tell jokes not only through their voice, but also through their body language. So don't be afraid to get physical. Number 4, audience engagement. Great comedians can read the audience and adapt to the crowd they're performing to. This skill comes with practice, so once you have more experience, you'll be able to adapt and pivot whenever necessary. Let's watch an example of a comedy routine and see how they interact with the audience. Hello! Hey! As you can tell from my accent, I am not originally from this country, but I love it. I've been here a while. However, I have one problem with your language, and I want to address it tonight because I think I have a solution. So, when you think of the word there, what do you think about?
That's theirs.
That's theirs, right? But it has like 4 different meanings. There, over there, by their car. There, there, there. As someone who doesn't speak English as his first language, that makes no sense. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to differentiate them with like body movements and intonations. So we can do this like, oh, there, over there, by their car. So we can go there, over there, by their car. See? Fixed. Somebody give me an award. Yes. Thank you. I'll be here all night. Wow! That really made me want to catch a comedy show. But before I do that, let's review what we learned today. Today we learned all about improv, sketch comedy, and stand-up comedy. You are now able to analyze their main elements and describe simple tips to elevate your comedy routines. Don't forget to check out the practice questions and PDF for this lesson to prepare for our next class, Intro to Script Analysis. Now, I'm going to go do some more improv with Caroline, so I'll see you next class. In the meantime, remember, in theater, like in life, the limit is your imagination.